Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. On today's video we're going to be upgrading the screen on the 2019 GMC Sierra. We're going to be changing this 8-inch screen, the stock screen from the factory. We're going to be installing a 15.6 inch screen on the truck. So I'm just gonna open this package and see what's inside. Alright guys, now we just open the package and look at that big old screen, guys. Looks like we got all the wiring required to do the installation here. Everything should be plug and play. So we gotta use some of these cables on the back of the screen to be able to connect to the original harness on the truck. So now I'm gonna look at this and start getting everything installed. And I guess before I start messing with all these cables on the back of the screen, I'm gonna remove the original screen. It looked like I already seen a video with these guys, so I'm kind of cheating a little bit, but I never worked on this truck before, so I had to look on YouTube to see what was available, and there's a pretty good video that it shows how to remove everything. So I gotta get access to this little cover here, remove it, and this will be a bolt behind it to be able to pull this out of the way to have access to this center piece, because you need to be able to remove this center piece, because on the bottom here there's 2 bolts, so you gotta be able to remove this trim piece to get access to those bolts. And look like we gotta remove these trim pieces, this trim piece that goes around the screen, and I had to take it off to be able to have access to some other bolts behind it. So that's what I'm gonna start doing now. And once you remove that cover, there's a 7mm bolt you gotta remove. You set it out of the way. You're gonna use it later when you put everything back together. Now we're gonna move to this trim. Alright guys, as you guys can see, you only go back up to this area right here, because the reason you gotta move this out of the way is to be able to lift this up. So I'm gonna go to the other side and remove the other panel. Alright. Okay guys, now once you got the side panels out of the way, you can open your center console, and you're gonna have to lift up on these plastic pieces right here. Now we're gonna have to be careful here because we got some connections. So I'm gonna have to disconnect that to be able to get this piece out of the way. Okay guys, now we got the center piece out of the way. There's 2 connections on that bottom piece, so you gotta remove this first one, this one right here. Got a little tab there, you gotta push it towards the inside, pull it out. And then on this other one, this one I think is for you charge your phone. So this one you gotta pull this tab back and then push it down and release it. Now we're gonna have to remove this lower bottom piece to have access to that thing. Is 2 more bolts on the bottom of this section, because we already got access to these ones up here, and I already removed this trim panel around the screen. So this is gonna be our next step, removing this bottom piece to have access to the two lower bolts. Alright guys, now I got this bottom piece removed. That thing was on there pretty good. I was able to get him out without damage the piece. So we're looking pretty good, guys. Now we can have access to these bottom two bolts on the bottom to be able to remove the screen. Now that I got all the 6 bolts around the screen removed, I said this is the first one there, second one, third one, number 4. And there's 2 more on the bottom here. Now we should be able to move the screen, take the screen out of there. But you gotta be real careful because there's some cable behind it. So now that's what I'm gonna do next. Now this is how it looks from behind. I had to disconnect these 2 top ones first to be able to get more room. Now we're gonna start disconnecting all these bottom connections. Most of them you have this locking tab, so you have to pry and then look for the second locking mechanism. Just push it in, they should come out of there pretty easy. Alright guys, now that I got the screen out of the truck, I'm gonna have to transfer some of these buttons into the new one. So, and the air vents for the AC, so we're gonna have to transfer that over to this new one. Should be pretty easy, guys. There's some tabs. I pretty much just gotta pry them out to remove these vents. These buttons right here, they got some screws you gotta remove, and these ones you just gotta press in. You got some little tabs there, and should be pretty easy to take everything out. I already removed this out of there, and but now that's what I'm fixing to do, guys. Transfer everything to the new one. You guys can see, guys, already transfer all the bottom pieces to the new one. Now we're gonna transfer this one, set them in place, and be real careful, guys. Don't over torque this. I don't know how strong this plastic is, so just be real careful. Keep that in mind. Alright guys, I got everything back on the installed on the new screen. You guys can see we got the bands and all the bottom buttons installed. Now we're gonna move over to the wire, see what we're gonna need to make this screen run on the vehicle. Alright guys, and I was looking at all these harness, all these extensions. And the one you're gonna be using, you got a 19 to 21. It'll be the 836A, because it comes with 2 of them. But this one, it won't work on the 19 to 21s. So you move this one out of the way, and this is what we're gonna be using. Alright guys, I got everything connected behind this screen over here. Now I'm gonna transfer this over to the truck, because I don't know if I might need to run some of these antennas out, or I don't know if I can leave everything behind the screen. I'm not 100% yet, but I'm gonna connect everything, get it playing. I might just leave everything behind the screen. Maybe you secure it with some zip ties or something. See what I need, see what I don't need, because I'm not 100% on that, but gonna get everything connected, see if we can get the screen playing. Alright guys, I got everything connected there on the screen. Before I put all the bolts back on it, I'm gonna try it on, see if everything's working. Alright, AC is working, the screen is working. Now I'm gonna play with it for a little bit before I put everything back together. But this is gonna be it for this video, guys. I hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.